Hey guys, quick thing before the video starts. There are quite a few logos in this video that have flashy images which can cause seizures to those who have epilepsy. I'm just gonna put this message up on the screen right now. You see this? Whenever you see this, look away from the video. That is except if you want to take the risk to view it. Reason why I'm warning you guys this way is because YouTube thought it was a good idea to get rid of annotations, which were actually useful. So if you see this message, you know the drill. Anyway, on to the show. Roll it! Hey guys, it's MrDIRECTOREIGHT here, and welcome to yet another Top 10 video. Woohoo! Man, it's almost been a year since I did one of these. Anyway, today's Top 10 list is actually a special one because we have a guest with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Larry from the Shiz Oh Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Larry from the Shiz Oh Network here back again, and I am honored today to join MrDIRECTOREIGHT in the top 10 worst logos list, very similar to how he collaborated with me on my channel where we talked about the 10 best movie logos of all time. And if you guys have not seen that video, be sure to go onto my Shiz Oh Network channel where you guys can watch me and MrDIRECTOREIGHT talk about 10 of the greatest movie logos of all time. With that said though, I'm gonna let MrDIRECTOREIGHT take the floor for this video.
It's nice to have you with us today, Larry. Anyway, today we're gonna be covering the top 10 worst logos. Now these are logos that are terrible in multiple ways, from its animation, their color scheme, or even their presence. Now remember what I said about logos. Logos need to have a design that'll be remembered for decades. And these logos will be remembered for that, but for the wrong reasons. I think you guys already get the point, so let's just get to the list, shall we? Alright, you guys might be wondering, number 0, but MrDIRECTOREIGHT, that's not how a list works. Listen, I know it's not, but I found this one logo that I just couldn't resist but to show you guys right away. What I'm about to show you has to be the worst logo I've seen by far. Oh god, just show this monstrosity already. What is this pile of cheese I'm looking at? Oh, you thought cheese wouldn't play a role? Trust me, I'm locked and loaded this time. There's gonna be plenty of logos on this list that'll be very cheesy. This is the cheesiest logo I've ever seen, by a long shot. You know, before I start roasting the shit out of this logo, let me have Larry describe the logo for you guys.
I mean, seriously, this isn't even like part of the official list, but we just had to put it on here anyway because I can't even begin to describe how this logo is. It's literally nothing. Like, okay, so basically all it is just plain old boring text that's literally drawn in Microsoft Paint with just the Video Bancorp logo on it. There's no animation or anything like that whatsoever. It's just a poorly drawn logo that says thanks for using our product, and that's it. Other than that, pretty much it does not even move at all. It literally looks like someone literally made it in Microsoft Paint, which actually I think they did, considering that I can actually see their toolbar by the side of the logo. And also, it's just a plain old video camera just taping it. It's not like it's a on-screen image kind of thing. At least that would have been close to trying, even if it was the cheesiest logo. In fact, if you ask me, I think this is the cheesiest logo ever made. It's just awful.
This has to be the cheapest logo without question. I thought the fact that this was made in Microsoft Paint was bad enough, but oh no, it gets worse from here. This is that case where the creator of the logo was like, I don't know how to save and upload, so let me go grab my camera and upload it. The person that made this logo didn't even try. Hell, you can even see not only the paint interface on the left side, but you can also see the borders of the computer as well. Remember that one logo I had that was made in Microsoft Paint and it also had me singing in it? Yeah, this Video Bancorp logo I'm showing you right now makes that logo look like the greatest logo ever made. Seriously. Also, the grammar makes this logo more terrible. It says the Bancorp thanks you for using our product. Thanks you? You know what? Forget what I said about that UNC TV logo that had present spelled as PRCSCNNJS. This is the worst logo ever made. Period. Now that we got that over, let's just get to the actual list now, shall we? Man, that was one hell of a way to start a top 10 list. Jeez.
Where do I even begin to say this right here? Okay, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you here. I don't actually think Sony Pictures Television is like the worst logo in terms of editing or animation wise or whatever. The only reason why it makes the list is because it plasters a lot of other logos from old school like Columbia programs and stuff like that, like the King and Queens as an example. Don't you remember how the King of Queens, every single time the King of Queens would always end, it would have the Columbia Pictures Television logo show up? Well, nowadays, usually on older shows that have the Columbia Pictures Television logo in it, all we see is this abomination, this annoying logo. That's why it makes this list, is because it's more like annoying rather than, worse in terms of editing or fanfare wise or whatnot. Other than that, I guess I can put it like this. So we basically see, basically some glare as we start the logo. We then see the Sony Pictures Television logo go straight towards almost the center bottom of the screen as we see the Sony Pictures logo form its logo right on top of the text. That's really it. There's nothing more special about it. I guess I could say animation-wise it's fine, and the fanfare is not too bad either, but the reason why a lot of people get sick of it is because it plasters a lot of older Columbia Pictures logos. Not the worst logo of all time, but a very annoying one.
I love the sweet smell of laziness. I mean, come on now. It looks like these logos were made in a video editor like Adobe Premiere in 5 minutes by the work of an amateur. I can do better than that, for crying out loud. The main problem with these logos is that they don't represent their respective company names. Starz does not represent Starz, and NBC Universal doesn't represent NBC Universal. Look at both of their previous logos. In the 2008 Starz logo, we can see a star in between the letters A and R in Starz. Now that's a good representation of Starz. Here, I don't know what happened. Same thing goes for NBC Universal. Look at their 2004 logo. It accurately shows NBC Universal by having the NBC logo in between NBC and Universal, and in the center is a circle that represents Universal. In the 2011 logo, nothing here screams NBC Universal. Both of these logos are simplistic, bland, corporate pieces of crap, and they both deserve to be at the number 9 spot on this list.
I mean, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you here. Cookie Jar Entertainment is nothing special at all. It's literally just a 4-second logo of a jar, or specifically a lid, literally popping up with what appears to be fairy glare or something coming out of it. I don't know. Anyway, it also then just sits right on top of the cookie jar logo in like, a slight indent, like a slight diagonal fashion, almost like as if it's a real cookie jar. But that's about it. This logo is so short, I can't even bring myself to even describe it even further. It's just so simple and basic beyond all belief, to say the least. This logo is just boring. That's really it. It's not heinously bad, it's just boring. On to the next century.
Hikon Film.
Oh god, the logos just got weirder. This logo is so odd, it's cheesy, very cheesy for that matter. It's creepy. I don't know what to say about this, honestly. We have this eyeball that is zooming into the center of the screen, Viacom V of Doom style. We got this random couple kissing on the bottom. Don't know what this adds to the logo, really. There's these people chanting in the background that sound like they're saying pinecone, but they're actually saying Hikon. And we either have a calm guy or 3 drunks saying a Hikon film.
A Hikon Film!
My question is, what were the drugs these people were taking? Seriously. No regular person in their right mind would make something as weird as this. I'm just having a lot of trouble trying to comprehend what the hell is going on in this logo. I really don't have much to say about this logo, it's just so odd. I guess we'll just move on to number 6 because I honestly don't know what to say about this god-awful logo. Let's just move on from this atrocity.
Oh, dear God. Talk about another logo that's poorly executed, animated, whichever word you would put it, any synonym that I can look it up. I can look it up at the thesaurus if I wanted to. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me take a look at this. This is KM Video. It's basically a VHS company from the 80s, and well, oh my God, it sucks. It just sucks. It's poorly animated. So the logo starts out with just some weird, like, ripping lines, and then all we see is, like, what is it? Planets in space having a seizure or something? Is that even possible? And then all we see is the KM Video literally just zoom in slowly with this big giant looking bland looking font that just simply says KM Video that zooms in onto the center of the screen pretty much, as once again space is having a seizure. Then later on we see another planet revolving near us, and then it literally has an explosion, almost as if it becomes a red, what's the name? It's like a red star or something like that. Don't you know how those stars would actually explode in, space after living for a long time? Yeah, it does that. It basically like expands into a red giant, and then we see the words present. This, as you can see, this logo just does not make any sense at all. And I'm not even making this up. This is how the logo is. This is not a fan logo or anything like that, even though it has been remade by fans multiple times. Oh no. This is actually how the logo went when it first came out in the 80s. Because like I said, KM Video was a VHS company, and this was their logo. You gotta be kidding me, man. You guys can do better than that. Oh, wait, that's right. You can't. Because apparently, planets having seizures in the background with boring-looking fonts, with a planet that expands into a red giant with black words all called present. Yeah, apparently that's the best idea you could come up with. You gotta be. Just move on before I start messing my sentences up, because I'm just gonna embarrass myself even further.
Alright guys, we're halfway through the list, and that means another commercial break filled with commercials of these low-budget companies that I still wonder why I even let them advertise on my programs. Oh, whatever, it really doesn't matter that much. We'll be back after this commercial break. This program is brought to you in part by these manufacturers. Hey, person who doesn't like the mirror that they have. Whoa! How did you get into my house? Don't question that. Anyway, have you had trouble trying to find the right mirror that fits you and you still don't like it? Well, introducing the invisible mirror. Yeah, you heard that right. A mirror that is indeed not visible. Just hear what our customers have to say. I don't even know where the mirror is. I can't see anything out of it. All I see is just my living room. This product sucks. Order now. From the people that brought you the crap book that failed to sell miserably, bring you the brand new iPhone 69s Plus. Why 69? Because we don't know how many friggin' models of the same thing with stupid minor changes we'll make. What's new about this phone? Absolutely nothing. It's just the same old shit all the other models had before, just slightly updated. Also, we managed to make the size of the phone a tiny bit bigger than our last model. Also, remember that awful excuse of a camera? Well, instead of having 2 of those shits, we decided to give you 3 of those now. So now pictures will look even worse than before. It doesn't matter anyway because everybody seems to like it that way. Don't ask us why. Just see what our customers had to say about our product.
Oh my god! Bro, this is the best experience I've had with the phone. Like, literally, look at this thing. This thing will change the world. And it's gonna change the world. Like, look at this. Like, I tried it myself, and it's good, okay? Even though it's a little small, it's still good. Like, come on. Like, it's way better than Apple's products. Like, forget Apple. Bro, I love this phone, okay? Thanks, guys.
The new iPhone 69s Plus from Pear. Grow a pear at it, would you? Order now! Like a good neighbor, Nation Farm is on your side! your friendly neighbor spider, real estate, car insurance, people, we don't even know what we are at this point. We might as well just start dealing with electricity like we're Pico. Because we don't know what else we do that'll keep us up and running. And no, I'm not drunk.
I am not fucking drunk.
Let go! We need to talk. You guys are complete frauds. You don't treat your customers with respect. You lie to your customers, and you're most likely going to get sued by Geico and a little gecko bitch. Have fun in court! Don't listen to those idiots. Head down to Nation Farm. We'll deal with pretty much everything. And like we always say, like a good neighbor, Nation Farm is on your side. Order now! Ah! We now return to your program. I swear, these logos are getting worse and worse every time. Sorry about that. I didn't know we were back on the air. Welcome back to MrDIRECTOREIGHT's Top 10 Worst Logos, featuring Larry from the Shiz Oh Network. We're going to look at the next 4 logos on our list. Then we got honorable, or in this case, dishonorable mentions to show you. And then a quick recap of what you just saw before we get to the number 1 worst logo of all time. Let's get to it. Jeez, these Argentine home video companies must have been on a budget crisis because these logos are horrendous to look at. Not only do these logos have cheap animation and synthesized music, but some of these also have stolen animation from other logos and or music ripped off of other logos. It makes you wonder why a lot of these logos are so awful, doesn't it? One of these logos steals the music from the Dick Clark Productions logo, and another logo completely steals the Prism Entertainment logo, and they just place cheap animation on top of its halfway through. The Optimus logo has really ugly and headache-inducing animation, and this logo can even give people seizures because of its awful animation. This logo has some of the cheapest animation on the entire planet. I don't even know if you can consider this animation. And what do you know? It also says video home rather than home video. Anyway, I think you guys get it. These logos are very low budget and they absolutely suck! Not only are these logos cheesy, but some of these are also thieves as well. Moving on, I had enough of looking at these. But like the next logos any better.
Oh my great Lord baby Jesus. Do I seriously have to talk about this logo again? I already talked about this logo in my top 10 worst logos of all time, but now I have to talk about it again? You gotta be kidding me, man. This is one of the most seizuristical logos that I've ever seen in my life. I'm just going to repeat it even further so that way you guys can get the point. It starts out with terrible VHS stock footage of fireworks, and then what we see is just what appears to be some kind of a flower forming in a very psychedelic version. It's literally as if you're taking an acid trip. Literally, this logo literally looks like someone who had a psychedelic trip while animating this logo. In other words, they were on drugs. Now anyway, we then see photo video constantly revolving around and some very scratchy text looking font there, and then we see the photo video logo appear with some text that I unfortunately can't read since I know it's from another country, and then there's a phone number at the bottom which is not available, so don't even think about calling it. If you do, they'll probably tell you, oh yeah, we made photo video, we made the best logo of all time, may our services please you, for all the wrong reasons. Yes, I know what I said. Anyway, then the photo video logo pretty much just goes away afterwards after showing his text. And then what does it do? Instead of ending right there, it shows us more fireworks. You gotta be kidding me, man. Why is fireworks the center point of this? And that's the thing. What is the significance of fireworks in this logo? It doesn't make any sense at all. It literally looks like someone had an acid trip while animating this logo. It's literally as if they were pointing out all their experiences while on heroin or drugs, whatever kind of drugs that you could think of that's very psychedelic. And then what they did was that they made this logo based on their pretty much, their time on the drugs while they were high as ever. Seriously, I can't even use my imagination even further. It literally looks like someone's brain got mutilated by heroin and then this was the result. End of story. This logo sucks. I hope I never have to talk about it again. Just move on to the next entry before I kill myself.
Jesus, what is this logo? This has to be the worst excuse for a horror logo. Perhaps this is probably not only the cheesiest, but also the cheapest horror logo of all time. Everything is wrong with this logo, and I don't mean KLRN San Antonio bad. This is just a whole different level of bad. Some people say that this logo was made to look bad intentionally, but I deny that. Even if it was intentional, this is still one of the most crappiest logos ever made. This looks like it was edited with a video editor cheaper than Power Director, which is what I'm using to edit this video. The effects are awful. Hikon looks like a masterpiece compared to this logo. Oh my god! The weird sci-fi music doesn't help either, and at the beginning it just sounds like the composer was just pressing a bunch of random keys on a synthesizer like he was having a stroke. And obviously the screams from the skullhead were bad stock sound effects that weren't even handled that well. Just like the CLG wiki says, the entire logo is cheaply done. And also this logo makes no goddamn sense. This logo is just god awful. Let's just go to number 2 already. Oh god.
Unbelievable. You guys saw this logo, right? Okay, just so we're clear on what just happened, no audio track was playing, let alone anything was moving. Seriously, all we see is just the Boyd Videos logo literally just zooming out, and then it just stays there for a long period of time. And there's no audio track. Throughout the entire logo, there is no audio track. This logo is completely silent. All we're just staring at is just the logo just standing there doing absolutely nothing. And then what does it do? Rather than just ending it there, the screen then goes to purple. And I'm thinking to myself, what is up with that? Why does it have to go to purple? And then after staying in purple for like God knows how long it stayed there, it then fades back to the Boyd's logo, and then it zooms out, and then we see Boyd's Fascal Enterprises, whatever LTD stands for, and then we see the street address and the phone number that it has. You've got to be kidding me. This was the best idea that they could come up with? I mean, seriously. If this logo, oh my gosh, man. You know what? And you know what? I literally thought my logos were this bad, like Echolay pictures and whatnot. Oh no. This logo doesn't even qualify as a logo. It just qualifies as nothing more than a silent piece of waste of space. Nothing more than a gelatinous waste of space. A liability. That's what this logo is. A liability. Seriously, you could have done a much better job than what you had done. This is honestly one of the worst VHS company logos I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know why it even exists. I mean, seriously. It may not be the worst logo of all time that I've ever seen, but it is one of the worst that I have seen ever. So yeah, let's just move on to the number 1 entry. Let's see what Mr. Directorate has prepared for us this time.
Alright, before we go to number 1, let's take a look at some dishonorable mentions. Let's look at a quick recap of what you just watched. Number 0, the most bottom of the barrel logo ever. Number 10, the logo that's seen on everything. Number 9, logos made in Adobe Premiere in 5 minutes. Number 8, why are Canadian logos so common? Number 7, mushrooms. Number 6, LSD. Number 5, any home video logo from Argentina. Number 4, a long montage of random shit. Number 3, skull dodge from injection of Pepto-Bismol in outer space. And number 2, oh boy, this is not how you make a logo. And the dishonorable mentions were, number 1, too much crone. Number 2, weird, distorted, cheap harp film logo, I don't know. Number 3, too much crone, seizure edition. Number 4, acid trip. And number 5, Microsoft PowerPoint rush job. This logo is way off the goddamn charts. Who approved of this? Out of all the logos we saw on this list, they don't even make a dent on their place of cheesiness and cheapness. Unless if you're comparing this to the Video Bandcorp logo, but we already established that was by far the worst logo on the entire planet. This logo doesn't just steal part of the 1990 Universal Pictures logo, but it also steals 2 songs from the Beatles. That doesn't take the piece of cake though. The animation is really choppy, and do I mention cheap? The frame rate is terrible, and the resolution looks even worse than what 144p would look like on a YouTube video. It looks like this logo is made in goddamn PowerPoint. I can try recreating this in PowerPoint, and it would look exactly like this. This is unacceptable. The 5th dishonorable mention looks better than this, for God's sakes, and that logo had a typo in it. Not only does this logo have stolen material, but it also has some of the worst animation I've ever seen, and the frame rate and the resolution is inexcusable. Congratulations, FADYO, you just earned the worst logo ever award. I think my job is done here. So there you have it, folks. Those are my top 10 worst logos. I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. It's been a while since I made one of these videos, and I just never had the time to do it. I've also been having some problems with my laptop over the past few months, so if the editing doesn't seem as good here, it's probably because I'm editing this on my mom's computer. But there really shouldn't be that big of a difference anyway. Also, huge special thanks to Larry from the Shiz Oh Network for being a part of this video. Keep doing your thing, man.
Well, all I can say is that I actually heavily enjoyed being a part of this video with MrDIRECTOREIGHT's. It's honestly been an honor to actually collaborate with somebody else, because it's very rare that I collaborate with other YouTubers in which, you know, their videos is not on my channel. Now, anyways, if you guys actually did enjoy my part in this collaboration, be sure to subscribe to my channel, Shiz Oh Network. I upload gaming videos, list videos, video essays, you name it. I will actually be working on more list videos, hopefully with more with MrDIRECTOREIGHT, because honestly, like I said, it's been a really great honor, you know, collaborating with him, and I'm excited to actually collaborate with him on more future projects in the future. If you guys did enjoy this video, you better be sure to share this video everywhere. Be sure to give MrDIRECTOREIGHT the respect that he deserves and subscribe to his channel, because he makes amazing videos, and it's very great that he's finally making his comeback on YouTube, and I'm looking forward to more content from him in the future. Until then, I'm gonna get out of here. Peace out, and this is Beyond the Infinite, and as always, think for yourself.
Me and Larry also have done another collab together on his channel months ago. We did the top 10 best movie logos video, and I'll provide the link to that in the outro. I would also like to thank Megashout for being part of one of the fake commercials in this video. Go check him out, he makes great content. We have another skit coming very soon on his channel, you don't want to miss it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, I don't really care. And this is MrDIRECTOREIGHT signing off. Good night, everybody.